This is my skid loader. If you follow me on TikTok, you've seen me working on it before. When I got it a few years ago, I repacked the cylinders, got it going, made it work. You know, over time, started getting a hydraulic leak, needed some carburetor work. I recently took it apart, got the motor running right, and decided that the hydraulic leaks were too much, so I need to tackle those. I ran into a problem earlier tonight, saw something I'd never seen before. I'm not familiar with hydraulics. It's not something I've really ever messed with. This is the only thing I own that has hydraulics. So, you know, it's something I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. So I reached out online to some friends, and they kind of helped me figure this out. And it's a bizarre problem. Bottom line up front, if you work on something old, this skid loader was the first series of Bobcats where they had a hydrostatic motor in them. Work on something old, this skid loader has proved to me again and again that you will find random people's fixes, definitely people who do not have the factory book like I do, because I'm a stickler for having the factory manual. So this is, if you ever experience running into other people's fixes when they don't know what they're doing, this is a video that you will relate with really well. This came out of my metal hydraulic line on my skid loader from the filter down to the control valve. I believe it is called an orifice, copper orifice, but I could be wrong. Had a couple people ask what did it look like the fitting it came out of. Like that. Maybe inclined to think that that's not even the problem anyways though, because I see this has got a ding in it. It's not a fresh ding. A lot of you chimed in on trying to help me with the hydraulic situation, including some people that even reached out to their friends that worked at Dakota Fluid Power. I'll do my best to explain what happened here, because there's a few different pieces that made this very confusing, and of course it happened to me. There's a lot of suggestions. Some of my friends even found different size orifices from Bobcat that looked similar but maybe had a smaller output on it to control flow. I consider myself a Google master, but I couldn't even find this. My buddy Justin found this. He's like, hey, there's the part. All this to say, I don't think any of that mattered. I'm gonna walk you through this. This is our line that we're trying to stop from leaking. Okay, it was leaking at the bottom, and at the bottom it fell out somewhere, but at the bottom's where our copper orifice was. Apparently that's something we need, right? Maybe not. All right, in our book, nothing there. But we see this here. So we come over here and we see, there's our orifice. Okay, that's strange because I found the one I had on the bottom. Somebody messed something up at some point. That's maybe likely. It's happened on here before. Okay, wait a second. Model number 11, 2001. Well, now I need to look at my model. Oh. 11070. So I'm not even supposed to have that orifice. How'd that get in there? Well, some of you deduced or guessed they used one of those orifice, whatever you want to call it, orifice restrictors, to seal up a leaking line. So all those parts put together, we have a correct part in the wrong spot for a newer model. That created some serious confusion there. So the fix is, I don't need the orifice to restrict any flow, so we're just gonna put a new JIC hose on and everything's gonna be just great. Appreciate everybody that jumped in on that. Again, one of those projects where you're looking into the mind of somebody else's fixes, and that's never very fun.